Not exactly ideal baseball conditions with the rain coming down, but first pitch is just around the corner. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Mets. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Kevin Gausman gets the starting nod for the Mets. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs. And
so digging in now, Kevin Mendoza. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder, Kevin Mendoza.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there at the knees, strike one. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
All right, Matty, they show up for game 1 of this road trip. They have to find a way to play a little bit better baseball. Coming off a recent homestand where they were only able to squeak out 3 wins, but at the end of the day, the way this team's been playing, 3 wins is a significant positive. So let's see how game 1 of this road trip treats them.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Hamilton has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Dero, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Matty, these are the lineups you want to be in. Driving to the ballpark, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you look at the flags and they're blowing straight out. You're running to the manager's office if your name's not in the lineup. It just takes one grain on that bat and you got a potential 3-run bomb. Look out for these guys going deep today.
Batting second, the second baseman,
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball in there for a called strike. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he misses there. 1-2.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch. In on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. Over to the left, but playable over in foul ground. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo.
Here we go, guys. Let's go.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. curveball right on the black, taken for a strike.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent, well-respected, accurate strike zone.
Debro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the first inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the ninth.
Line toward right center. Henniger will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. As we begin the second in New York, here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather conditions.
Well, Matt, the forecast isn't pretty, but it does sound like we're going to get this one in, even if it takes a while. It's coming down at a decent rate as of right now, and it's likely to intensify as the game moves along. The grounds crew is standing by to put that tarp on the field if the umpires call a delay. We'll have to hope that any such halt in the action is short-lived.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Travis Shaw, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch, and he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Here we go. Come on, Mets.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike called. Tough to do much with that one.
You could clearly see that the hitter didn't like that strike call, and his manager, he didn't like it either, as he's giving the umpire an earful from that dugout.
And it's fouled away.
Get there.
The 0-2 once more. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Here's another 0-2. And he struck him out.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And the guy I want to focus on today is Alan Hansen, second baseman. Speed is his #1 tool. He's very sure-handed at second base, able to turn the double play, but check for him to get a big bag today.
Next up from New York, Javier Baez. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Line to the right side. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
Hey, we got 1.
Bottom of the second here with no score.
Get there. Let's go,
And he fouls this one off. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Baez will head for second, and this will kick off the wall now out near the 390 sign. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double. And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Down the first baseline. From the belt, the pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Batting 7. The first baseman.
Stepping in now, Dominic Smith, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Baez stands at second with 2 gone.
Hey, come on now, guys. Gotta hold him.
Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. Mets strand 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Coming to the plate now, Max Hamilton. 9-1-2 due up.
Hamilton.
First offering on its way. Low for ball 1.
Come on up! Are you kidding me? Well.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
In this situation right here, I'm protecting my pitcher from himself. I know he wants to swing the bat and let the boys know in the clubhouse that he can do his job, but I'm probably putting a take sign on right here.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Waiting on it is Nimmo, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race. Digging in, Tomas Nido. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Gamble waits on it.
Mine.
And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central. So here now's the pitcher, Kevin Gossman. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Kevin Gossman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. One out, nobody on. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
And this is swung on and missed. His fifth strikeout already, and there are two gone in the inning. Into the box now, Kevin Mendoza. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Mendoza.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
Two down here.
The windup and the 0-1. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. Mendoza sees the ball really well when facing left-handed pitching and generally picks up a lot of hits against southpaws. He isn't known for displaying a ton of power, however, in these matchups.
Yeah, in today's game, when you're hearing the word launch angle, I don't think it applies to him against left-handed pitching. He could put a lot of balls in contact. He doesn't get himself into too many count leverage situations and tries to go deep too much. Just a guy who really puts bat to ball.
That misses 1-2. Strike three called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Coming to the plate now, Max Hamilton. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
All right, one time, right here.
Now the 1-1 pitch
Swing.
is swung on and missed, and that's strike two.
Hey, put one in the cap right here, huh? Feel the wind on that one. Swing.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball two.
Hey, let her rip, let her rip.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Fouled away. Struck him out.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Stepping in, Jeff McNeil. He set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
The second baseman, number 6.
Here comes the first pitch. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
Hey, no outs here.
Fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he got him.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far on this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Striding in once again, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Brandon Nimmo.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this will be fouled away.
Hey, one away.
The windup and the 0-1. To third. On to first, and there were 2 down. Next for the Mets, Travis Shaw. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Travis Shaw.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Here we go.
And he takes a called strike, 0-1.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
0-2 to Travis Shaw. No runs, just 1 hit and 2 errors for the Mets so far. And it's fouled away.
Come on, Matt.
The 0-2 once more. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
Hey, need a strikeout right here.
The next 0-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. We played 4 full. Brewers are out in front, 5-0. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Javier Baez, 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
And that's been their only hit so far in this one.
Hey,
they've been dealing with some really great pitching in this game.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Not an easy thing to do to fill up the strike zone and be successful doing it. How about this guy so far in this one? 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the fifth, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Into the box, Keon Broxton looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. The 1-2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. No runs, just one hit, and 2 errors for the Mets so far. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Dominic Smith, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
Plays a 1 here.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Hey, 2 out.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Down in order go the Mets. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Digging in now for the Brewers, Max Hamilton getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with.
Can't find it. Be patient, huh? They can come to you.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, this guy obviously feels he can move traffic right here. He's taking 2 big swings. He's trying to help himself.
1-2 to the Brewers pitcher.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Count still at 1-2.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Gone in order. Now at the plate, Tomas Nido will start things out in their half of the sixth as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
First pitch on its way. In there, strike one. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen.
Hey, no one down here.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
Well, you're in trouble at the plate if you fall behind this guy 0-2. So that was a good job to hold up right there.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. But this will land untouched. The 1-2 pitch. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Ahmed Rosario will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Rosario.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Ball two now. Bases are empty, one man out.
One down. One down.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
Popped up. Hicks in foul ground. And he makes the catch for the second out. Ready for another chance? Kevin Mendoza. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first two plate appearances so far. First offering on its way. And it's the outside corner. It's strike one.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
And it's quickly 0-2.
Where's he first here?
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single.
Boy, that's what wheels can do for you, Dero. You can see this right here on this replay. He just simply outruns the White Rabbit. He just outruns the baseball.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. You know why? Because this is the one tool you can't teach. You can take countless ground balls. You can hit till your hands bleed. But if you got no wheels, newsflash, you got no wheels.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one.
Hey, too late. Too late.
Grounded back up the middle. And there's his first base hit in this one. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
Definitely, Matt. He's been throwing it by guys the entire game, but that leads to some high pitch counts, and that's the case here. After that hit, you have to wonder if he's starting to get a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts.
Brandon Nimmo.
Ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Hit weakly back to the mound. Scooped up on the backhand. On the first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We're through 6 full. It's the Brewers 5 and the Mets nothing. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Ball 1. This is swung on and popped up. Crossing into foul territory now behind third. Torres is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Javier Baez. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
The shortstop, Javier Baez.
Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Here we go. Shoots this one over to first. Hicks fields it cleanly, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So coming to the plate, Keon Broxton. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
Keon Broxton.
First pitch of the at-bat. Not where you want the changeup, but he gets away with it for a strike. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is a sinker that gets a swinging strike.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
Full count, 3-2 to Keon Broxton. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. At the plate, Dominic Smith. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
First pitch on its way. That tails back over, strike one.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Maybe lucky to get a piece there. It stays 0-2. Now another 0-2. Here's a high pop-up. Grandal has a play, but it's the pitcher that makes the play. And there's one away now. In now, Tomas Nido. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Nido.
Here comes the first pitch. Into center field, line drive, base hit. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Ball one, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. The 1-0. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. To second for 1. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. 9th inning coming up. It's the Brewers 5 and the Mets nothing. Drew Smith enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. So now the Brewers pitcher, Max Hamilton, 4th plate appearance for him tonight, and why not? He's been in control all game long. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. At the plate, Kevin Mendoza. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he fouls this one off.
Plays it first now.
And now a pitch on the way. And another foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Now batting,
Into
number
the
6.
box now, Jeff McNeil. He grounds it sharply to third. Torres scoops it up, throw on to first, and the Mets are down to their final out. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. 2 out, nobody on.
Here we go right now, fellas.
Slow little grounder left side. Backhanded. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Hey, this game is close right here, but I'll take you inside the mindset even if it was a blowout. I know the team's down to their final out, but you'll be hard-pressed to ever find an offensive player give away an AB. Nice infield single right there to keep the line moving.
0-1 the count. Nimmo leads off first with a pair of outs. And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the first inning through the ninth. Totally dominant in this one.
A 5-0 finish tonight. The Brewers led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Max Hamilton earns the win, his second, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Brewers.